EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He was brought down by Malik Collins. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Maverick. Check 99. Pilot, 64, weak. No chance. Hey, alert 48.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. He's crashing.
Now Gurley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
There we go. 58, come on. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It was Troy Hill that time in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set, ready. Pitch work. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 24, check 24. Under.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On third down, Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Fourth down, Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, let's go. Go ground. 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 Spot. Hey, kill. Protein spill. Okay.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Goff on first down. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. Fighting his way through contact. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal, Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 85 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip the cap to them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is gone. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. Goff throwing again. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Elliott a first down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Third and long for Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Madsen. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On first down, it's Gurley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, they run with Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54. Go, 76. Throwing
on third, Goff. find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt. Greg Zuerlein.
And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 16-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Super 1.
48 Mike. Yo.
Go.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the air again, Goff. And he rifles one incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Super 1.
Again, Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one's complete to Gurley.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I got you.
and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Goff on first down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Now it's gone to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So they got one of the two touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. That one good for 33 and a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.